So my passion for music, both my parents, they love the arts, and about the age of 4, my mom sat me down at my grandfather's old piano, and she was like, oh, like he seems really interested in this. It took a while until I got into lessons, but around the age of 8 years old, I started taking lessons, and I was classically trained. This was in Brownfield, and I enjoyed it, but it was definitely something I was just doing. And it wasn't until I started going to church and I saw that people can play music and be really passionate about it. And so I started learning more things about chords and playing alongside band members, the technique of kind of being in a performance setting beyond just classical music. And I started to really love it because I was able to kind of put my own passion into it and my own reasons for playing, whether it be faith or whether it be to have community with people, playing with them. And it has kind of just grown from there, especially coming to South Plains, learning more about what it means to be an artist and to be putting purpose into the music that I play, more than just learning music, but learning how to speak through it. I was homeschooled throughout my entire middle school and high school, and I actually didn't want to go to college. It was something I was pretty set on. I was like, I really don't want to do it. And I eventually started realizing that if I wanted to be able to go and do the things I was passionate about, to be able to do the things I felt called to do in music, that why would I let something stop me from doing that? And if I get to a point where I'm like, man, I want this job, I want this opportunity, and a degree is something I need, then I would want a degree. And so South Plains was something that was nearby, and I actually, from a lot of friends and family, heard really great things about their music program. People who had gone here before, people who were just associated with South Plains, and I heard some great stuff about their music program. Just in general, every professor has been invested, like wanting to see me succeed, wanting to help me in that, and being very personal about it. Dr. G, my piano professor, she had addressed me at the beginning of the semester talking about my repertoire, the things I was needing to learn, and she brought up the American Protege International Music Competition. And so she said that she'd like me to participate in that, and she'd like to help me practice and prepare for that opportunity. And as the semester grew, it was something I continued working on more, and I was preparing for a video audition. So we had to, in November, send in a videotape of me performing the piece, all one take, like it would be at a performance. And I remember walking here after class one day to the music building and looking at an email, and it said, you won second place. I was like, oh wow, that's great. And I was excited about it. But scrolling further through the email, I realized that included in that was the opportunity to be able to perform at Carnegie Hall in New York. I think even for myself, it took a minute to realize the importance of that, and it's still something that's setting in even today. Even when my professor brought it up, I was like, wow, that's an amazing opportunity, but it took some time talking with family members and friends and the realization that, man, this is a big deal because it's a pretty renowned place to perform. There's a ton of different people, famous musicians who perform there, and I think the opportunity, especially as a solo performer in the sense of a winner's recital, is really significant to be performing there with that sort of highlight beyond just even an ensemble. If I were to give advice to students here at South Plains, just apply everything you have into what you're doing. Find the things that you love, find the things that you enjoy doing, and you just continue to dig in. For me, it was reaching out to professors, people helping me, and knowing that I loved doing it, and that's why I reached out. That's why I dug deeper and continued to work on things. And I think most importantly is to do that. South Plains has amazing professors, amazing people who are always willing to support and see their students succeed. So I think if you really are invested and really want to pursue what you're doing, reach out to the professors, reach out to faculty, because they're very supportive.